Alright, today I'm going to talk about an all-purpose unit. Usually I'm not a big fan of all-purpose units, and that's okay, because in the Imperial Guard it's very difficult to get one. Um, as you can tell, the platoon structure is set up so that each unit in a platoon is capable of doing a job, so that the platoon as a whole can do everything. But individually, those units are only capable of doing their job. As you can tell, squad 10 men, led by a lieutenant, is good at taking out infantry, but not tanks. Whereas a squad or heavy weapons team of 3 last cannons is fine for taking out tanks and certain heavy infantry, but against most infantry, it's not going to do a good job. However, this unit can. This is my veterans unit. I wanted a unit that could do anything and by itself. I wanted a unit that didn't need an officer. It could operate out of the officer's radius. So I wanted a unit that could kill a tank if necessary, but still pin down light infantry or burn them out of cover. I wanted a unit that could kill space marines efficiently, and I wanted a unit that could do it all and really not have any trouble doing other things too. Just everything. I mean, I wanted a unit that was super flexible, and that's what I got. Um, I used Sergeant Bastone, my sergeant. Um, he gives the orders in the squad. He doesn't need a lieutenant. He can give his own orders, and they're pretty good orders. Just about every order you'll actually use. And he's got leadership 10, so the unit's rock solid. They're not going to fall back, and they're not going to stop advancing. Um, I also took heavy flamer. That allows me to just burn the living bejesus out of a guardsman or Tau or just about anybody. Space Marines it's less effective against, but it's still pretty good at Strength 5. They still get their armor though, bummer, but whatever. Um, Plasma Rifle. That will allow me to kill Space Marines. That's its primary goal. Uh, and it can kill light infantry or light transports. It can certainly decimate light infantry. Um, a lot of people are concerned to take plasma, saying that it can kill the user. Well, there's a 16% chance you're going to roll a 1. And then he's got 4 plus armor, which brings the total percent chance of user death to 8. Alright, I'm not worried about 8%. I also took a rocket launcher. This enables me to kill Space Marines with relative ease as well. It's Strength 8, AP 3. Range 48, it gives me a punch from afar, and it certainly is capable of taking out just about anything. And lastly, sniper rifle. This enables me to pin down light infantry, kill monstrous creatures, and get that armor piercing on Space Marines when I get lucky. So yeah. And then 4 regular guys. These are just basically wounds. They're just extra bodies. I don't usually give them shotguns. I'm usually of the nature that anything's better than a last gun, except for a shotgun. I like shotguns. Don't get me wrong; they're one of my favorite weapons in real life. But in the game, they're just not that great. They're strength 3, same as the last gun. They're assault 2, which is nice, but when I can get 3 shots and I don't have to be or don't go to close combat with that, it's even better. So that's what I go for. You're never really gonna assault with these guys, or with any guys, unless it's like Imperial Guard or Tau. In which case, I would take shotguns. But against most armies, the last gun is the way you want to go. Lastly, we've got Bastone himself, who's got a power sword and a hotshot last pistol. Not bad, but he's not really going to do phenomenal in combat. But he'll get the job done. Anyway, I like to give these guys grenadiers, so that way they all have a 4 plus armor save. But against certain armies, I'll give them forward sentries or even demolitions. If it's against Imperial Guard, I'll certainly give them grenadiers and or demolitions. If it's against something like Space Marines or Tau, if I planned on assaulting somebody with them, like if it was absolutely necessary, I give them grenadiers because that gives them an armor save against the Space Marines. Whereas most Imperial Guard, the bolter pierces their armor, which sucks. Um, but the forward sentries gives them a 3+ cover save. So they're basically Space Marines in cover. So it really depends on what I want to do with them. They're really flexible. I can do whatever. They're worth a lot of points. I think the total is 235. It's up there. But to have one unit, an Imperial Guard, that can do everything is really nice to have. So yeah, if your army doesn't have one, I encourage you to get one. Just one unit that can do everything. It doesn't have to be this expensive or this grand. And you don't even really need one. But it just gives your army a little bit more of an edge if it's something that your opponent's doing. It's unexpected. It really helps to have a unit that can handle everything. So, thanks for watching, and you're in. Can't find the stop button. There we go.